Welcome back here to Good Company. Well, if you've been considering buying a new home, then listen up.
Because if you don't know the proper steps to take, you could end up losing your dream home to someone else. Joining us now with tips on getting started with the home buying process is Shannon Fonner with Keller Williams Realty. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Last time you were here, we talked about Red Day. Tell us how that went.
Red Day was awesome. We had a huge turnout. About 60 people came through. We had our families there, all of our realtors, clients. There were painting. They actually had about 19 projects for us.
Wow.
It started raining right at lunchtime. The power went out. So the picnic tables, we had 13 picnic tables to make. I think they got most of them built and painted.
Right.
Wow.
There's all of us that came in on the bus. And
That was at Camp Kearney?
Yep, Camp Kearney.
Yep. Very cool.
So it's a fantastic camp. I mean, I could not believe all the things that they have
great
to do
stuff
there.
out there.
Awesome. Good for you.
Great that you guys were out there to help them out. Lots to do, I'm sure, out there. But let's talk about home buying here. What is kind of the first step? Someone wants to buy a home, start looking at homes. What's the first step in the process?
Well, the first step would be to get pre-approved. Lenders, you know, you can just make a phone call to get pre-approved now. You don't have to actually take the day off work and go into the bank. If you haven't already met with the lender to get pre-approved, then you should meet with your realtor to have a consultation to go over the options that they could provide for you.
Because there are several different kind of options for first-time home buyers, even in different programs, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of loans out there. I know that the lending industry has tightened down a lot, but there's no money down programs. There's VA loans, disabled vets. There's rural development that's 100%. FHA with 3%,
wow.
Grant money, you can use gift money.
Okay.
There's programs to avoid PMI, all kinds of stuff.
And you guys know can help with that and get that started. Very good.
What if someone doesn't get a pre-approval letter? Does that put them at a disadvantage?
Definitely does, especially in today's market where we're getting multiple offers and homes are selling so quickly. If you don't have the pre-approval but you intend to get one and you start shopping for a house prior to that, fall in love with your dream home, and then you can't put an offer in without your pre-approval letter. There's a lot of things that can come up in your credit report that maybe have to get worked through, some glitches, maybe not the buyer's mistake, but the credit bureau's mistake.
Sure.
That could be, yeah. Plus, I think you need to kind of limit yourself on what your price range is. You may be looking at something that you clearly cannot afford, but you might not know that yet until you go through that whole process.
Actually, it ends up being the opposite, that people can afford a lot more than they think. They're used to paying a high rent. They don't know what the payment's going to be on a new house. They'd meet with the bank and discover that they really can afford more. And so a lot of times, you know, we could switch gears and find a bigger house.
Very good. Well, definitely get that pre-approval all set and ready to go. You brought some listings here with you. I know two here in the area. Tell us what we're looking at here first.
Okay, this is a new listing at 1304 Springfield Road in East Peoria. Very cute, two-bedroom house, has a sunroom in the back. It's all on one level, and it's 103.5, 103,500.
This is in East Peoria, real close.
Nope, this one's in Pekin.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, and this is on 2 acres. It's zone commercial. It has a house and several outbuildings. So there was a car dealership there. So there's a lot of options with that property. It's another 2-bedroom home, and that one's $180,000.
And there's a pool.
They got their pool already. They are also going to be having a big sale, and we're going to do an open house at the same time on the 31st and the 1st. May 31st and June 1st.
Oh, that's
a lot of people will be interested in having that pool.
Yep.
Especially when it's hot and muggy this summer. It'll be great to just run in, jump in
Finally,
there.
we're getting the heat.
Yes, it's coming, that's for sure.
Real quick, too, when you're first starting off the home buy, you've got your pre-approval letter. Do you start driving around and looking at houses and find a realtor that way, or should you get in touch with the realtor first to help you kind of
get in touch with the realtor. You can interview realtors. Not everybody's a perfect match, so pick the realtor that you're going to work best with, and they're going to really help you. And they will pick all the houses out with you, meeting your needs and the criteria that you set. Instead of trying to look at all 3,000 houses, you can narrow it down.
Because you guys have seen a lot of these already.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Typically, when someone tells you what they're interested in, you look and see what you have. How many houses will you typically show a client?
Probably, I would say, if I were to narrow it down to 12 houses. Typically, we go out about 3 times, once just to get a feel for what I can get a feel for what the client
Yeah.
is really needing, and then we narrow it down even further, go out for another batch of houses, and the third time is usually decision-making time. They've gone out with their second showings and found the house they want.
All right, sounds good. Well, if you're interested in either of those listings we showed you today, or you want to buy or sell your home, then contact Shannon Fonner with Keller Williams Realty. The address is 2426 West Cornerstone Court in Peoria. Phone number 678-2026. You can email her at shannonfonner@gmail.com and the website cihomes.info.
All right. Well, great stuff to show. Great houses and
Thanks.
great opportunities
And they can
there.
just email me if they have questions about getting pre-approved. I can help them
You can
with
get
the
them started
lending.
on that. That's the key right there to get them started. Thank you so much, Shannon, for
Thanks
coming
a lot.
by.
Hey, Shannon.
All right, later on, we're getting another blast from the past, and this time we're heading to daycare.
But coming up next, from skincare to makeup to hair, we'll talk to an expert about what trends will be hot this summer.